In this video, what we're going to look at is leading. So leading is the space in between the lines of type. Originally in typography, it was called leading because they would literally put strips of lead in between the metal type when they were setting type. So we still keep this idea. So if you look at these three different paragraphs here, they're set in different ways, right? So 12/10 means 12 is the size of the typeface and 10 is the leading. So this one has almost like a negative leading with the size of the type. And this one is 14, so this is where we feel most comfortable. And then this one is really large, which I don't suggest, but just showing you those differences set at 32. So how do we know what the leading is? How do we change that? So inside the paragraph over here, I'm just going to select this. And I'm going to change this. You see where it says 18, that's the leading. You could also look at where your character palette is and say, oh, 18, it's right here. I want to select and change that. I'm going to change this to 10. And what I want you to notice is I selected all of this, but you see that this one last line is actually different. And this can drive people crazy working in InDesign as far as like, wait a minute, how do I change that? And so you see I have these little symbols that are here, right? There's little dots for the spaces and a paragraph that shows where I hit return for the paragraph. These are called hidden characters. And so right now I have it shown, right? So right now if you go to type, at the bottom it says hide or show hidden characters. Mine says hide because mine's already kind of showing, right? So if I hide it and I go to type and I go show hidden characters, I can see where that paragraph edge is. So what I need to do is I need to select all of this and that paragraph. You can see this goes away because all of a sudden it says, wait a minute, you have a mixed number of leading. I don't know what it is. So now let's change that to 10. And now your paragraph changes, right? Just something to look at. So we're going to select all of this, make sure I grab the paragraph tag, and we're going to change this to 14. And one other way you can do it is we're going to select all of this, and I'm going to use my option up and down arrow to get to 32. And there we go. And that's all leading really is. So again, shortcut option up and down arrow. And just like kerning, you can do option command up and down arrow. And that gives you larger leading in larger increments in time. So that is how we deal with leading inside of InDesign.